Good morning again. Welcome to your reading class, okay? Today we are going to be working with the text Brain Evolution. And as every day, we are going to be making a review about the title, who is the writer, the vocabulary, and after that, we are going to keep reading. Remember that yesterday we started reading. So if you don't have your book, don't worry, okay? We are going to have that reading on the screen. That's why I am going to present it to you. So since this moment, I am going to start sharing with you my screen. We are going to start since the beginning, just by checking the vocabulary, checking the title, who wrote it, okay? Just for you to keep in mind. Because when we finish reading this text, we are going to be making something different. We already did it once, okay? But only 2 people did it. So this time I am going to be asking more people to participate, okay? So remember, the title of the text that we are reading right now is called Brain Evolution. And the writer from this text is Margarita Dueñas, okay? So let me ask one person, if really is paying attention and is going to tell me what are we reading right now. Let me check. Isabella, could you please help me telling me the title and the name of the writer from this text?
Brain Evolution.
And who wrote this one?
Dueñas.
Okay, very good. The title is Brain Evolution, and it was written by Margarita Dueñas. Excellent. Thank you, Isabella. Now let's move to the keywords from this text, okay? Now the keywords from the Brain Evolution are ancestor, communicate, complex, connection, develop, evolution, memory, and senses. Those are the words from the text, okay? The important words that we need to know in order to comprehend better the text. Now let's check some pictures that I have for you. Could you please, Aaron, help me reading the first one?
Communicate.
Communicate, very good, thank you, okay? As we have been saying during these days, remember that communication, it is not only by talking, but also by listening by our side, okay? And any other different things that we can make also with our hands, okay? Now let me continue with this one. And I am going to ask Olvan Josue, could you please help me with this word, please? Okay, Olvan Josue, help me, please. Olvan Josue, help me reading this word, please.
Complex.
Complex, very good. And I am going to ask another person, which is the meaning of complex. Luis Diego, could you please help me telling me which is the meaning of complex? What is the meaning of complex? Luis Diego?
Complex is which you has.
Okay, let me ask you something. Complex is the same as difficult? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, remember that complex is almost the same as difficult, okay? Difficult to understand. Thank you very much, Luis Diego. Now, let's continue with the next word. And here we have, I need, Percy, could you please help me with reading this word? Connected, okay? This word is connected. Remember that we are talking about our brain, and everything in our brain is connected to every part of our body, right? Now, let me continue with Alberto. Could you please read this word for me?
Develop.
Develop, very good. Remember that when we are developing, that means that we are growing, okay? Like the representation that I have over here in this picture. As we learn something new, we are developing as you. This year, you are in 4th grade, but the next year, since you are learning about more things, the next year you are going to be in 5th grade, okay? That is develop. Now, let me check. I am going to check someone. Okay, Belen, good morning, Belen. I need you to help me with this word, Belen.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
El-
Uh-huh. Which is the word, Belen? Evolution, very good, evolution, okay? And in this case, evolution means the different changes that any species can have, okay? And remember that in this case, we are using evolution because we are talking about the evolution of our brain, okay? Now, let me check another person I know. Okay, I need, Nady, could you please help me with this word?
A memory.
Memory, very good, excellent, memory. When we talk about the memory, it is about the ability of remember everything that we have learned, okay? Now let me check, another person was raising his or her hand, okay? Let me check. More people, okay, let me check. Angel, you were raising your hand. Help me to read the next word. Which word is this one? Okay, then senses. Very good, Angel. Thank you very much. These are senses. And remember that these senses are also connected to our brain. And thanks to those senses, we are able to smell, we are able to touch, we are able to see, we are able to taste, and also to listen everything around us, okay? Now we are going to continue with the next part. Remember that we already read this part. Let me check. Already this one about the first brains. Then we also read and discussed about mammal brains, okay? And we were telling that the mammal brains are one of the more complex brains that exist in any species, okay? We already read about the human brain that is the biggest, okay, of the brains that we can know about the species, right? And we also read how does the brain work, okay? We stopped yesterday in this part of the reading. So that means that right now we are going to continue with the next part, okay? So let me check the page, okay? And right now we are in the last page, on page number 43. So everybody, if you have your book, move to page number 43, please. And you are going to find this drawing and this question, okay? And now I am going to start asking people who help me reading this text, okay? And we are going to start with, okay, let me check. I am going to start with Nady. Could you please help me, Nady, start reading this page? Hello, Nady. Okay, I don't know what's happening over here. Let me check. Okay. Okay, Nady, could you please help me reading this page, please?
How does the brain process?
Okay, keep reading, please.
How does the brain process information? Connecting neurons from group cell neural networks. The information from our senses travels through neural pathways that connect many neural networks within it. For example, when you see an animal, the information flows from your eyes through the pathway to a
Pathways.
neural
Uh-huh.
network that identifies the color of the animal.
Okay, stop over there. Thank you very much, Nady. Thank you very much. As you can see in this part, okay, we are talking about the process of information, how our brain processes all the information that we have over here. But I would like to ask Alberto. Alberto, could you please tell me what is this about? How does the brain process the information according to we have read until now? Who are the ones that are in charge of the process of
Connect
information?
neurons from
Huh?
groups.
Huh?
Connect neurons for groups.
Okay, very good. Or our neurons are connected in groups and they are in charge of processing the information. Excellent, Alberto. You did it very well. Excellent. Okay, now let's continue to the other part. And I am going to ask another person, okay? Belen, could you please help me reading the next part, please? After the color of the animal, Belen.
The animal is an other that keep memories of the animal.
Okay, in this one, it also goes through a network. Okay, we are over here, Belen. It also goes, start over there.
A network that identifies the type of animal it is and other that keep memory of the animal.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Belen. Okay, in this part it says, it also goes through a network that identifies the type of animal it is and another that keeps memories of the animal, okay? In this one, we are talking also about our neurons. How do they work, okay? And this helps the species to identify everything that is around them. Now, Aaron, could you please help me reading the next part?
When did all changes happen? The evolution of the human brain started millions of years ago.
Okay, Aaron, okay, listen to me. We are on page number 43 right now in the first part. And I need you to continue reading, okay? To keep reading from page number 43. After now, you can identify. Go, please. The same part that I have on the screen. Page 43. It is the first, in the first question, Aaron. You are reading the second question. We need to finish reading the first question. Now you can identify.
Ni donde dice your neuron.
Okay, in that one.
Your neurons form the new connecting pathways every time you learn something new or create a new memory.
Okay, we are in another part, okay? We are in another part, Aaron. You need to be following the reading. And I am going to ask another person, okay? Let me check. Luis Diego, could you please help me reading? Okay. Valerie, I would like to listen to you. Could you please help me reading the last part of the first question?
When did all this change happen? The evolution of the human brain started millions of years ago. When early humans began to walk upright, their brain size grew of years ago. When early humans began the for more than a million years, moved to different parts of the world.
Okay, stop over there. Thank you very much, Valerie. Okay, in this one, you already started working or reading that second question in the last page, okay? When did all these changes happen, okay? They are mentioning the time in which these kind of changes started, okay? And it says the evolution of the human brain started millions of years ago when early humans began to walk upright. Their brain size grew a little, and as you can see over here, we can notice the size that the brain had. For example, in this first picture that you have over here, you can see that the brain was smaller. But if you go to the last picture that you have on that page, you are going to notice that the brain of humans grew a lot, okay? It is different in size. Now, let me check another person who is going to help me with this. Okay, let me check. Abby, could you please help me reading the next part?
They found places with different plants, animals, and weather. Humans had to learn many things about their new environments. Their brains got bigger too.
Okay, thank you very much, Abby. Thank you. Stop over there, okay? Thank you. You did it excellent. Very good. And in this one, as we were saying before, it says, they found places with different plants, animals, and weather. Humans have to learn many things about their new environments, and that's why their brains got bigger too. So that means that every time that we learn or discover something new, that means that our brain is going bigger, okay? That is something very important. I didn't know that, but I already learned it, okay? Now let me check another person who helps me reading because we are about to finish, okay? Alban, could you please help me reading this part? And then Andrea, okay?
Thousands of years ago, there were important climate changes. During that period, brain developed quickly and grew more complex. This step in the evolution of human brain helped our ancestors survive.
Okay, stop over there. Thank you very much, Alban, okay? In this one, they are explaining, it says, thousands of years ago, there were important climate changes. It has to be with the weather, okay? During that period, the human brain developed quickly and grew more complex, okay? Do you remember the meaning of complex? Complex is the same as complicated, right? And it says, this step in the evolution of human brains helped our ancestors survive, okay? Just imagine if our brain weren't able to change, okay, we wouldn't have survived to all the changes that we have had in our environment or in the society, right? And it says that our ancestors survived thanks to the ability that our brain has in order to learn, okay, to develop. Now, let me check. Andrea, I told you that you were the next one, okay? And after that, Astrid. Now, Andrea, finish reading this part, okay?
Their brains help them interact with each other and with their environment in new and different ways.
Okay, thank you very much, okay? It is the same that we were saying, that their brains help them interact with each other and with their environments, okay? Our brain is able to learn everything that is around us and that helps us to survive. It doesn't matter the situation. Now, Astrid, could you please help me reading the next part?
There are still many questions about the brain. Scientists still need to study it to better understand how it works. But we know the brain has evolved in many ways over millions of years of history.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. You did it excellent. Okay, thank you, Astrid. Okay, as you can see, with this part, we already finished reading about the evolution of our brains, okay? And now I am going to stop sharing my screen because I need to tell you something. Since we already finished working with this reading, we are going to be doing something different right now. First, I am going to make an example and then you have to help me, okay? If you have your book, it is going to be easier for you, okay? So in this case, what we are going to do you remember that in some of the classes that we had weeks before, we made something that 5 fingers retell. Do you remember that, Andrea?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, did you like it?
Yes.
Yes, of course, because it is an easier way to retell a story. You don't need to read everything again to say what is it about. The only thing that you need to do is to say the most important things about the story or the text that you read. Do you remember that, Brandon? You also did it. Did you like it, Brandon? Okay, there is a problem with his connection, but he did it excellent. Who of you want to do it? After I give you the example, raise your hand. Who of you want to do it? Okay, very good. Thank you, Andrea, because you are always participative. So right now, what we are going to do is that I am going to tell you my 5 fingers retell. And then I am going to ask you to tell me which is your 5 fingers retell, okay? Remember that we have 5 fingers, okay? We are going to start with this finger, the thumb, with the title. And which is the title of the story or the text? Brain Evolution. Who is the writer? The writer is Margarita Dueñas. After that, you are going to tell me also 3 important things that you remember from the text. Or for example, what kind of text is this one? This is like, for example, this is like an article. Okay, that title is Brain Evolution. The writer of that text is Margarita Dueñas. And the type of reading or text, this is an article, okay? And right now, I am going to mention 2 things that I like from the text. For example, I can say that the part that I like from the text, the first part was about what is the brain, okay? In which they explain us what is the brain and what is the function that it has. And the other part that I like a lot also, it is about knowing about the human brain, okay? As you can see, I already told you that title. I already told you the writer of the text, then the type of text, and then 2 things that I like from it. Who wants to do it right now? Do you want to do it, Andrea? Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Now, tell me the title, okay? Put your hand like this, Andrea. Put your hand like this. Okay, let's start with the thumb. Tell me the title from
Brain
the text.
Evolution.
Who
Brain
is the writer?
Margarita Dueñas.
Okay, and what type of text is that? It is an article, okay? What type of text?
It's an article.
It is an article, very good. And now tell me the two other parts that you like from the text. You can look
the
on your
mammal
book.
brain.
The mammal brain, very good, excellent.
And how does the brain work?
And the way in which the brain works. Excellent, very good, Andrea, thank you. Okay, who else of you want to do it? Brandon? Okay, excellent. Then the other people who wants to do it, raise your hand, okay? Then Astrid, then Aaron, and they're the twins, okay? Brandon, do it. Let's start with this one, with the thumb. Tell me the title.
The evolution.
Who is the writer?
Margarita Lake.
Okay, very good. Which type of text is this one? It is an article. Very good. And now tell me the two things that you like from the text.
Neurons.
About the neurons, very good. That the work that they perform. And the other one, which other thing did you like it?
Brains of animals.
Okay, the brain of the animals. Very good. Excellent, Brandon. Very good. Now let me check Astrid and then Aaron, okay? Now, Astrid, could you please help me telling me your 5 fingers retell? Okay, let's start with the thumb. The title.
Brain evolution.
Brain evolution. Very good. Now tell me the author. Who wrote it?
Margarita Dueñas.
Margarita Dueñas. Okay, now tell me which type of text is this one? It is an article. Okay, it is an article. Very good. Now tell me the 2 things that you like the most from the text.
What is the brain?
What is the brain? Very good. And the other one?
The first brain.
The first brains. Very good. Excellent, Astrid. Now let's continue with Aaron. Aaron, you were raising your hand. Let me check. Where is Aaron? Okay, Aaron. Okay, Aaron. Let's start. Put your hand like this. Okay, let's start with the thumb. Which is the article? Which is the name of the text?
Brain evolution.
Brain evolution. Who is the writer?
Margarita Dueñas.
Margarita Dueñas. What type of text is this one?
Article.
It is an article. Very good. Tell me 2 things that you like from the text.
To the connect neurons.
The connection of networks. Very good. And what else?
Humans have one of the most development brains.
Exactly, very good, excellent, Aaron, excellent, very good. Now let me check, the other person who was raising her hand was Abby, and then I want Nady to help me with this, okay, Abby. Okay, let's start with our fingers, okay, let's start with that thumb. Okay, which is the title?
Brain evolution.
Who is the writer?
Margarita Dueñas.
Margarita Dueñas, very good. And what type of text is this one?
Article.
It is an article, very good. It's a scientific article, very good. And tell me 2 things that you like from the text.
The parts of the brain.
The parts of the brain.
And the brain evolution.
And the brain evolution. Excellent, Abby. Very good. Now, let's continue with Nady and then the twins, okay? I have forgotten them. Okay, Nady, I need you to start. Okay, Nady, let's start. Put your hand like this, okay? Excellent. Let's start with the title. Which is the title from the text?
Brain evolution.
Brain evolution. Okay, who is the writer?
By Margarita Dueñas.
Margarita Dueñas, very good. What type of text is this one? It is an article, okay? It is an article, Nady, okay? Let's continue with the next part. Tell me 2 things that you like from the text.
A mammal's brain.
The mammal's brain. And the other part that you like the most?
The human brain.
The human brain. Very good. Excellent. Now, Olvan Daniel, could you please help me with your 5 fingers retell? Okay, let me check. Olvan Daniel, help me with your 5 fingers retell. Let's start. Which is the title? Put your hand like this.
Brain evolution.
Brain evolution. Who is the writer?
Margarita Dueñas.
Margarita Dueñas. What type of text is this one?
Article.
It is an article. And now tell me the 2 things that you like from the text.
Mammal's brain.
The mammal's brain. And what else?
The human brain.
And the human brain. Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, now I think that we are not going to have more time for the other people to participate, but we are going to do something, okay? In the next class, the people who hasn't participated doing the 5 fingers retell, you are going to do it the next class, okay? Do you agree? Yes? Okay, because I want everyone to participate. The next class, Percy, Valerie, Luis Diego, Ella, Jose Miguel, Isabella, and the other people is going to be participating, okay? Also, Anna, Israel, Monica, everyone, Nelson, okay? So everyone, see you in the next class. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye. See you.